You know, I got this on Friday, less than 5 days, and I'd like to quote Supervisor Bronson being very upset in the paper about the Reed to horse racing contract only having 5 days to review. I think you can understand my frustration. If you're going to companies to speak to them, they have a lot more than 5 days. Whether this is anything to do with you, it's a communication issue within the county, obviously. Approving this contract today without performing the due diligence that the voters deserve, and ensuring we're not in violation of the gift clause, which I think we are, and procurement statutes. I don't know how we can invoke an emergency, but we are. I just have to say, the taxpayers of Pima County just spoke loudly and clearly. They rejected the economic development portion of the Sonoran Corridor, along with taxpayer-funded tech parks. By 60% voted no. This was just 2 months ago. They rejected tourism by an even higher rate, and this is tourism. This was 190,000 voters in this community. This is disregarding the will of the voters, telling them you have no respect for their wishes, and ramming it down their throats. Pima County taxpayers deserve better. Picking winners and losers will deter private sector investment in Pima County. Why would a private sector investor come in here and risk not knowing who the next winner will be? It could be their competition. One of the things people need to know as well is this company is already here, located at the airport in Pima County, and I assume you're paying rent at your existing facility. Funding a startup business by providing this building for which they have the option of purchasing for $10 is competing with the private sector. The private sector has over 4 million vacant space of industrial space here in Pima County already. It'll discourage private investors and developers from coming here. We're setting ourselves up to be a taxpayer-funded economy, and maybe people are good with that. Imposing this level of risk, because I haven't seen anything, and I certainly read the report of the company out of Phoenix that had all kinds of disclaimers and said they couldn't even be sued over any of the information that they provided. They were very nervous about this report, obviously. New Mexico Spaceport, what I researched on it, it's a $250 million failure. There's a legislator actually putting up a legislation to try to put it up for sale. It's empty. X-Core in Texas, Midland, Texas, $10 million investment. That one isn't off the ground. We're not even funding our core services like roads and paying our sheriff's deputies the step increases they were promised when they were hired. Yet we're choosing to invest borrowed monies. Taxpayers are mortgaging their assets to borrow this money in an extremely risky enterprise with individuals at the helm who were part of the biosphere experiment, which failed. The taxpayers of this community deserve better. They deserve to be listened to. And I'm certain the taxpayers won't forget what happens here today. Thank you.
Thank you. Supervisor Pima.